Going for Ancient Cistern for game 2.
Oh, there you go, mate. There you go. Everyone has converged here. We have ourselves, we've got Artosis, Pig, Biomorph, Steadfast, and Dave Tester, as well as Enki, El Hermoso, casting in Spanish.
Yeah, I'm just getting the news there. It is 1-0 up for herO here. But here he is, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, looking to fast-track his way into the grand final. This is the Protoss in the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is herO.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the Canadian Protoss player representing Basilisk Esports, or Team Basilisk. It is Trigger.
I like that it shortens to Bask GG. It's like bask in the GG. Oh, let it wash over you, puppy.
Bask in my aura, in my glory. It's actually pretty sick. Oh my god. So unfortunately we missed out on game number 1. We were kind of watching off to the side and things got crazy on altitude. We were alluding to it, but apparently herO took the unnatural natural and there was some crazy 3-gate on 3-gate action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on there. That's one of those games where basically you can kind of have some ideas of what might have happened, but I would love to be able to ask like Trigger afterwards what happened in that game, because I feel like as a onlooker, you're just not really gonna have any clue what's going through the two players' games when you have those kind of through the two players' heads when you have those kind of mind games.
True. Like I'm sure Trigger, that situation is very unique to him, so I'm sure trying to adapt on the fly can be a difficult thing to do here in this series. So yeah, that's why herO is such a difficult player to play against, because he has such a unique aggressive style, and he's been in so many of these situations in the past. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll just I'll just take me unnatural, you know, why the hell not? And yeah, Trigger, really the only way to learn is through experience, is through practice. That's why it can be so important to play in these online weekly tournaments if you want to stay competitive. So we'll see how things progress, as so far both players are mirroring each other even with their first 2 units.
Yeah, we're starting off with Stalker Sentry. So this is pretty much the most standard defensive style that you can go for in PvP. Basically, the idea is we go up to 3 sentries, and that means you can have constant hallucination scouts. You can keep an eye on what your opponent's doing. It doesn't hinder your economy too much. It's reasonably safe versus everything if your reactions are on point. So yeah, we're going to be seeing Trigger actually scouting with his sentry. This is so funny to watch, but I guess with the move speed buff that they just got, it's probably fine.
It feels wrong. Like,
yeah, it feels really wrong.
Yeah, sentries are so fragile. You know, you want to look after them, papi. They're your boy, they're your babies. But Trigger, with no fear, does just send it out into oncoming traffic and didn't get run over. You know, it came back safe and sound.
You're gonna say your balls, papi.
Oh my. Oh my.
But is his hallucination going to be heading over to the natural? Pretty much sees everything the hero's going for. That's why this is such a fantastic way to play this matchup.
What's on your mind?
Just keeping safe, keeping secure.
True. That MiG's influence is seeping into us, papi. Oh my god, herO behind this did go for a Twilight Council opener, but he's not just going straight into a Dark Shrine, he's getting a Forge?
He's actually crazy.
What?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to try to push this hallucination back, even going for an extra warp in of a Stalker just to make sure this doesn't get spotted, but I think he saw it.
Looking at the vision, he did not. He did not see
the
Dark Shrine.
He didn't see it. No way.
And what's important, the first hallucination saw the Forge. The Forge isn't even being used right now. Like, it was a fake Forge just to trip Trigger out to believe that herO was working on the Blinkstalker army.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like Trigger's moving out, trying to take a third here. So this is working a treat. I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly what he's doing, kind of moving over to here, but I would imagine so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Trigger's meant to piece this together. That was so cleverly done by herO, where he showed the first hallucination, basically what he wanted it to see, and then for the second hallucination, he denies the scout.
Yeah, exactly. And behind this, we do have Blink and we do have +1. Of course, +1 was delayed for quite some time for these DTs, and they are being morphed in. Trigger still in the dark. He's indeed setting up for that third base. The DT is walling on in, and Trigger, has he spotted it? It looks like he hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, if he did spot it, there might have been some kind of cutesy tricks he could have gone for. Okay, he does move his army now. Maybe he did see that there, as we do see DT Blink being researched behind this. But no, he's starting up an Immortal, not an Observer, so I don't think he saw it at all.
I don't think he knows, Papi. We do have another DT, but it looks like herO thinks that his opponent saw him, so herO actually isn't even going in. He could potentially end the game right now, or if he had gone in as soon as possible, but instead he's playing this out a little bit safer.
Yeah, so much respect there, as we do see both players going up into that third Nexus. herO's going to be throwing down 3 gates behind this, so I wonder if he's looking to go for an all-in with that DT Blink. Maybe I guess he's got Blink as well, but I guess that could be like a charge Blink all-in. I haven't really seen that for a long time. I remember that was a build people used to go for, where they went for charge and they would Blink the DTs behind the army and kind of sandwich it in.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing that happened in PvT. It was disgusting. Oh my god. But we'll see here, looking at the vision of Trigger, he still hasn't spotted the Dark Shrine, so he doesn't even know to be aware for Blink, and herO may be looking to go for a bit of a later timing. We'll see how many DTs he commits, as the third base is going to be finishing up. Trigger still none the wiser. He now has detection though. He now has 1 observer with his main army.
Yeah, he did have 2 Stalkers and Observer clear up one of the DTs before, so I think that was when he first saw it. So yeah, he is aware now of these DTs, but very interesting from herO that he hid this so well and then didn't commit that hard to it. I think that's a really good strength of a player at this caliber, is being flexible with your plans, even if it seems like the plan is really good and it's working extremely well. You don't have to put all your eggs in that basket.
Yeah, such patient play, and because of that, so many workers going down. 4 probes already going down here. The Observer goes into the main base. At the same time, the DT goes into the natural. Trigger is being pulled apart right now because of this Blink. Oh, the DT does not get away.
Yeah, almost, but this was so well timed. Trigger was looking to get aggressive across the map, and herO is just pulling him apart with just 1 or 2 DTs here. Just beautiful positioning of those. Depowers the gateways in the main as well. Wow. And his +2 is just so far ahead here.
Even recalls the DT out as well, and I'm getting flashbacks from a couple of days ago. herO did this exact same thing, or did a very similar thing against Classic 2 games in a row in the grand finals. He did DT Classic to death. It seems to be something that herO is fond of right now in the PvP matchup, and he's only lost 1 DT so far. It's crazy.
Yeah, herO just styling with these DTs, and maybe he's been watching a bit of Max Packs, you know? I remember there was a bit of a, after one of the pig fests, he was asking Max Packs about, you know, what's his secret? How does he always get so much damage with the DTs? And Max Packs was like, oh, you just control them.
You just... like, oh, okay. Just do it, man.
But it sounds dumb, but I think what he's trying to say is, like, you actually want to put a lot of micro and attention into these DTs, not just kind of cue them in.
Yeah.
And you can see how useful that is.
Yeah, a lot of people they just set and forget, you know, and there's so much potential if you do just dedicate a little bit of your attention span, of your APM, to just keeping those DTs alive and being as annoying as possible. Meanwhile, it looks like those DTs are morphed into Archons with that main army, and herO is up 20 supply.
Yeah, this is a scary push here. I mean, there's a lot of Immortals here for Trigger. Very nice positioning there. He's going to be able to use those force fields, but herO, he does not care. He blinks over, he runs those Archons straight on through. He is looking to overwhelm with this Zealot attack, but looks like he's going to be pushed back. Doesn't want to keep committing once all the shields are gone from those Zealots, and oh man, I mean, these DTs, the timing with them has been just spectacular.
Yeah, and as the DT comes in, once again, a second Immortal gets picked off here. herO, as soon as he picks up an Immortal, he does back off, does resaturate or reestablish his army. His DT actually survived, by the way, and was able to get out of the natural.
Yeah, he gets the DT out of there, warps in an additional DT, got that +3 on the way as well. So we'll have a second timing here after that +2 timing. But oh yeah, Trigger, he's just been pulled out of position here. herO, he does that move command to get right on top of that Nexus, and this Nexus is going to be going down.
Yeah, 10 workers alongside of that base. herO, he just backs off after that happens. Meanwhile, the DT is slipping back in. This time, Trigger is ready for it. I spoke too soon. The DT just blinks on past.
Yeah, a little bit distracted by this fight that's going on, trying to save this fourth here. The fourth could be taken out once again, but it looks like herO not getting the most efficient trades. But no, the Immortal goes down. The Stalkers, the Zealots are getting on top of them. herO looking to overwhelm and speed run his way into the quarterfinals. Can it Trigger hold on here?
He's like, goddamn NA players made me wait 2 hours for my goddamn matches. Let's go, Papi. I want to go all the way. Send it. As once again, the fourth base goes down. Once again, 15 probes go down as well. Trigger is struggling to hold on, and his army is getting weaker and weaker. The Immortal count was reset.
Yeah, herO really playing the momentum here, getting a fist behind this +3 about to kick in. Stalkers continuing to be warped in as well as that Immortal. GG is called. herO takes the 2-0.
GG, well played. herO is going to be able to take down Trigger here in the quarterfinals and moves on to face Gumiho in the next round.
Ooh, okay. Gumiho versus herO. I mean, that is an exciting game.
Oh, yes, it is. It is going to be a rematch, and I don't know if you were able to catch any of it, but ESL Asia, 2 days ago, herO looked dominant against Gumiho in the semifinals as well. So, very much a rematch here. Hopefully, Gumiho has been able to recover from that series and is able to reestablish himself and have a bit of a comeback here, have his revenge.